Assalamualaikum to Madam Amirah and fellow friends, and welcome to today's presentation by Group A. So this group consists of me, myself, Nur AMANINI binti ABDUL, Muhammad ZULSYAHMI bin SHARIF, and Nur ATIQAH binti ASHA'RI. So as you guys can see from the screen, today's topic is about the Focimeter.
Have you ever wondered how opticians know our spectacle power lens? So Focimeter sometimes also referred as lensometer, lens meter, voltometer and lens neutralizer. It is an optical instrument that commonly used for measuring the refractive power of unknown lens during an ophthalmic examination. This device makes it possible for measuring the back vertex power of spectacle in diopter at range up to plus 20 diopter to minus 20 diopter. At times, Focimeter is used for a prior examination of patient's spectacle power to match with the previous spectacle prescription. It is also used to determine the cylindrical axis orientation, determine the base direction and amount of prism present, and marking the optical center.
There are three types of Focimeters, which are the manual Focimeter, projection Focimeter, and the automated Focimeter. So I will be explaining about the manual Focimeter first. The manual Focimeter is the original design for Focimeter. It was first introduced back in 1912 and it was patented in 1921. And the modern Focimeter is derived from the design of the first Focimeter. The manual Focimeter is frequently used by the optometrist and optician as it is cost-effective. Apart from that, a manual Focimeter is an optical instrument that measures lens power in unit diopter. It uses LED lighting system that operates on batteries. A manual Focimeter also measures the spherical power, the cylindrical axis orientation, the prismatic power, and the optical center of a lens. This will help the optician to prescribe the correct eyeglasses for the patient. Next is the parts and how a manual Focimeter functions. The manual Focimeter consists of the eyepiece, reticle, lens holder, lens marker, lens stable, magnifier, axis wheel, power drum, and the inclination control. So how to use a manual Focimeter? These are some simple steps that will help you guys to understand and imagine on how to use a manual Focimeter. As of its name, we have to adjust everything manually until we get the correct lens power. First, we have to adjust the eyepiece. Before switching on the Focimeter, turn the adjustment ring on the eyepiece counterclockwise to the most plus setting. Switch on the Focimeter and adjust the eyepiece by turning the adjustment ring clockwise until the reticle comes into focus. Then, place the eyeglasses on the lens table. As light emerges from the eyeglasses lens, it enters the eyepiece, which consists of the reticle. The reticle will help to measure and find the prism base direction. And then rotate the power drum to provide a clear and sharp image of the target through the eyepiece to measure the lens power. The scale for the lens power on the power drum can be read in unit diopter. If the lens has a cylindrical power, rotate the lens within the lens holder until the cylindrical axis align with the axis scale on the Focimeter.
Next is projection Focimeter. Projection Focimeter and manual Focimeter has the same function. The only difference between these two Focimeter is that the projection Focimeter image projects the image onto the screen, so it does not require the eyepiece. However, the operator still requires a practice when using it. Projection Focimeter are often preferred when used continuously over a long period of time because it can be less tiring. It also has a less error than manual Focimeter as it does not have the operator's eyepiece.
And the other types of Focimeter is automated Focimeter. This automated instrument is valued as professional optical device in clinic, especially when the client don't have their lens prescription on hand. It can accurately measure repeatable, easy, fast and reliable power optical lens in various types, either in cylinder or prism lens, progressive lens or contact lens in a single operation, but involve the LED light trace system. In the same time, it can measure pupil distance, provide UV transmitter measurement function, and reference data for eyeglasses making. Automated Focimeter relatively less accurate, but it is easily operable compared to a manual lensometer. This device designed with adjustable LCD touchscreen, detachable lens support, lens holder level, nose pad, marking unit, lens table, read button, built-in printer, power and operating button. Automated Focimeter can take the measurement automatically and quickly by just simply positioning the lens on lens table. This device features with advanced optic mechanism which emit the light beams to target the center of lens for lens alignment. So when the lenses are properly aligned, the sensor within the Focimeter detect the pattern of light reflected as it passes through the lens. By analyzing this pattern, the Focimeter can measure the lens prescription and axis measurement. The value of both left and right lens measurement are then displayed digitally on screen and the spectral transmitter report will print out.
Now, let's look at the optical principle. Focimeter generally consists of focusing systems and observation systems. In focusing systems, it comprises of a target, a standard lens which acts as collimating lens, and lens table or lens stock. For observation system or telescope, it consists of an objective lens, reticule and an adjustable eyepiece. At first, the target is positioned at primary focal length of the standard lens. When the light ray pass through the target and standard lens, the rays image will be parallel and pass through the telescope. At the telescope, the light rays will converge and cross at the reticule. To test a lens with unknown power, the lens is put at the lens stock. This will change the origin of light versions, causing a target to be blurry. To ensure the target can be seen clearly, a power will need to be adjusted, and the amount must be linearly proportional to the vertex power of the unknown lens. This process of measuring a refractive lens is called neutralization. Here is our references. If any of you guys do have a question about the Focimeter, feel free to ask during a lecture. Thank you.